a tutti. Hello again. I'm Monica Ricci, the Director of Marketing for Opera Viva, and I'm excited to bring to you the next video in our series of interviews with Opera Viva faculty. Today, I'm bringing to you my conversation with Professor David Walsh. David is the Director of Opera Theater at the University of Minnesota School of Music. And in the summers, he joins us in Verona, where he leads our students in opera workshops and stages our opera arias and scenes that our students perform in concert each week during our program. David has had a long career directing operas throughout Germany, the UK, the US, and Canada, and we are thrilled to have him join us each summer in Verona. So without further ado, here's my conversation with David Walsh. Enjoy. Hi, David. It's so nice to talk to you today. How are you today?
I am doing fine, and it's great to see you, and especially with the arena directly behind you.
Yes, the magic has transported me for the moment
I know.
to sitting outside of the arena in Piazza Verona. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's really great to talk to you today about Opera Viva, about spending our summers in Verona, as we have done for the past several years together. I wonder if you might start by telling me a bit about what you do at Opera Viva in Verona every summer.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think all of us, first of all, have a great time because it's such a welcoming city, such a welcoming organization. And, you know, we're a small enough group that we really get to know each other well and get to know the students well. So I think the first thing is just the great experience of, you know, the company itself. My job there is to direct the opera scenes, obviously, that we do. And also, though, I do do a separate class, which is a kind of opera direction class, as I think Madeline calls it. And effectively, that's similar to my opera workshop class back here at the University of Minnesota. It's modeled very much on that. You know, we start with some exercises, physical exercises, and then move into games and improvisations. We don't have a huge long time, so I move fairly quickly through these to give the students a variety of experiences with this. It's also, frankly, an opportunity for me to see how at ease they are with their, you know, with themselves. And it's a great means of building the kind of bonding that we need to do in order to be able to successfully create the scenes. So, so in essence, that's what I do. Of course, as with all the faculty there, as with all of you really, we also are there when students need extra time to discuss or rehearse a scene, or, you know, have questions beyond the actual classes and rehearsals. So yeah, I love that aspect of Opera Viva, that we can really get close to the students in that short time and make it a vivid experience for them. But technically, I'm there to direct the opera scenes.
David, can you tell me a bit about how the scenes are chosen for each session of Opera Viva?
Yes. Well, the students, obviously, when they register or apply to the program, they send in audition videos. And then eventually these get compiled and sent to me by Madeline Gerhard. And then it usually involves a very quick turnaround for me of about a week or two, where I listen to the videos and make decisions about what would be appropriate material for the students. They're all going to get one or two scenes plus an aria. And so I try to decide it in an equitable way. You know, our program is an ensemble program. Nobody's a star. Everybody has an equal opportunity to do something significant. And I think I choose material based, obviously, first of all, on their vocal capabilities, but also what I think might be interesting for them to try out. And I have to say, considering that I don't know most of them except the students who come from my school, um, I feel I have been relatively successful in choosing repertoire that really has worked and that the students have enjoyed performing, rehearsing and performing. So that's essentially what happens with that process. We try to get it done quickly in order that Madeline can get the music to the students in enough time for them to learn it before the session one.
So once you've chosen and assigned the scenes, what do you do, David, to prepare in advance of arriving in Verona, and how do you guide the students to prepare before they land on site and begin the rehearsal process?
That's a really good question. Because unlike here at my home university, I don't have a ton of costumes or props or what have you at hand in Verona. We do keep a small supply, which we simply leave there every year. But what I will do is, having an idea how I want to approach the scene, I will suggest costume items, clothing items that students could bring with them. And I'll bring a few small accessories as well, appropriate to whatever scenes are being chosen. But mostly the students will have to make those decisions themselves. And frankly, I think that's a good thing because it gets them thinking about the character, and they can actually try these things on at home and, be imagining themselves as this character. In addition to that, I try, there are different schools of thought about this. I try to keep the amount of written material that I send to them relatively brief. I don't send them tomes and tomes of things, but rather some character thoughts that they might explore, some potential sources for researching their character I mean, most students are pretty adept at using the internet now, so I don't need to do too much of that. But yeah, I just try to give them some prompts so that, because what I'm looking for when the students come is, first of all, that they're really going to explore their own personality as a conduit for portraying the character, and that they've brought some thoughts with them. And even if it ends up being different from what they think, having started that process for themselves will just give them a big jump when they actually come to do it. And our goal is to prepare them professionally. And when they're a professional, that's what they're going to have to do. So that's where I come at it. But I don't try to overload it because I want them to get the music right. I want them to explore the text. I want them to choose some costume and maybe prop ideas, and then come ready to go at it.
Could you tell me what's special about the Opera Viva setup in Verona?
Many of these Italian programs, and they're very good, summer programs, but they're either in a massive place like Rome or somewhere like that where it's impossibly hot, impossibly overcrowded and noisy, where the students have to travel between their various hotels, and the place where they rehearse or perform. And the thing that I really value about Opera Viva, apart from anything else, is the fact that first of all, we're in a manageable sized city, big enough that it's got culture, but small enough that it's, we can walk into the center in 20 minutes. It's got the arena. And that also the hotel, the apartment hotel, everything is there. We can do everything there, which means I can go in 1 minute down to the rehearsal. And plus, I think that really helps also bring us together as a group. We're always together and we encounter each other. But we've also got space to go off and do our own thing too. So that's, I think, one of the things that sets us apart from many other also very good programs.
David, can you tell me what you love about Italy?
I sure can. And I will start by saying just about everything. Um, I love the warmth of the country in every respect. Of course, the temperature, but also the people, the vivaciousness. Uh, I love the food. I just love the food, which tastes like nothing that we experience here in America, I have to say. Of course, the good things such as vino and gelato are there in plenty. And it's not expensive. I mean, that's the great thing. You can get terrific quality food and beverages at a reasonable price. And I have to say also, in that respect, Verona is terrific because some of the city, if you were to go to Rome or Florence, you'd pay a lot more for your coffee or whatever it would be. But it's just this also this feeling of breathing out, of being able to breathe out. I love looking at the mountains from my balcony window, and I love walking along the river in the morning and just feeling, even on hot days, that cool uh, breeze coming off the river. So I could go on endlessly, but I mean, it's just a place where I think you can feel relaxed and also, frankly, in Verona, very safe. People can walk home at 1 a.m. from the arena performance and um, and not have to worry. One of the things that I think is an attraction for this program is its scale and its size, because uh, again, it's large enough that you can do interesting work, but it's small enough that it's really hands-on. And in every student will feel that they're being looked after, thought about, catered to in a really positive way. They're not going to get lost in the shuffle. And I think that is a very valuable aspect of Opera Viva, that, there are these cliches about something being a family, but it really is a family. And everybody, both faculty and students, benefit from that.
Well, David, it's really been great catching up with you. I've had a great time talking.
Yeah, likewise. I can't wait to do it in person.
Me too. So here's to seeing you very soon again in Verona.
Absolutely. I'll be looking forward to it, Monica.
Me too. Ciao, ciao.
Yeah, take care. Ciao.
Well, I certainly enjoyed catching up with David Walsh, and I hope you enjoyed our conversation as well. I thought I would close out the video today by sharing one of our favorite opera scenes. This is a scene from Verdi's Falstaff, and we do it quite regularly in Verona. It's a real crowd pleaser. Our audiences love it, and the students really enjoy it as well. It's a scene that requires not just a lot of individual acting on the part of each singer, but a lot of interaction with all of the other singers in the scene. It's got quite a cast of characters. This is a scene from Act 1 of Falstaff, where two wealthy ladies, Alice and Meg, have both received identical letters from Falstaff. So during this scene, which I'm including excerpts of, you'll see the ladies get together and realize they've both received the same letter. So the characters in the scene are, of course, Alice and Meg. They are joined by Mistress Quickly and the young Nanetta. Also, what's going on in the scene in the background is Nanetta is being courted by the handsome young Fenton. So I've included excerpts of both the scene between the ladies and then some of the interaction between Nanetta and Fenton. You'll get to see quite a lot of action here and see how we do things at Opera Viva. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you join us next time for the ongoing series of interviews with Opera Viva faculty. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Ciao a tutti, ciao.